It's the Score North Twin Show.
And don't forget, in a week, when the Twins play whoever they play, maybe the Astros, maybe the Blue Jays, maybe the Mariners, probably not Texas at this point, but you never know. We will be doing live Twins vent line shows on the Score North Twin Show. The Score North YouTube channel is where you'll be able to hang out with us. So we got your back right after these Twins playoff games are over. But if the playoffs started right now, gentlemen, the Twins would play a 3-game series at Target Field against the Houston Astros, a rematch from a few years back, right? That was the pandemic year they got swept by the Astros.
Yes, sir.
Because right now the Astros are, let's see here, because Texas has won 6 games in a row. So the Astros are 2.5 back of the Rangers for the division win. With 1 week left, it's going to be tough there. But on the wild card side, the Astros are a game and a half in front of Seattle for that last wild card spot, and then they're a game and a half behind the Blue Jays. So they have to, one way or the other, they would have to move like a game and a half up or down for one of these other teams to catch them. So get ready. Right now, get ready for the Astros, boys. A little rematch.
And can I say again what we talked about with Patrick on Unchained today? Bravo baseball. And I hate to say it, Rob Manfred. Everything they've done to me, and I was skeptical of some of it for sure, everything they've done has worked. Like this week is so much fun now because the Twins are locked in. That's awesome. But you still don't know, and you might not know until Sunday who they're going to play, how they've handled the rule changes. Full credit here. Baseball has made itself, I think, a lot more fun in the last year plus and relevant with an audience that I think was totally checked out.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't feel good about facing Justin Verlander in game 1. I don't feel good about it one bit. I think he'll destroy this Twins lineup. He loves playoff baseball. He gets stronger as season goes on.
Time to match it, Declan.
That's
why you got
my
Pablo.
Twins anxiety is pressing a little bit for game 1.
Oh,
that's why you got Pablo.
a week out, and it's already he's already putting out nervous energy.
It's why you got
Sonny.
Sonny. It's why you got Pablo. Match it.
Well, let's go through Verlander here. So Verlander on the season has a 3.32 ERA. His strikeout numbers are not at all what they've been in the past. He's definitely less of a dominant strikeout pitcher. He's had some clunkers in the last month. All right. I would say don't be too afraid here. Okay. He's definitely had some vintage Verlanders, like his outing against Seattle in a must-win last night to stay in front, to clear room from Seattle. 8 innings, 1 run, 3 hits. He only put 4 guys on base over 8 innings. But against Oakland on September 12th, 5 earned runs in 7 innings. Against the Yankees on September 1st, 6 earned runs in 6 innings. So he's not quite the same guy that he used to be back in the day.
You know
I don't
what?
think that's going to change Declan's frantic mind.
You know
here.
what, Declan? You should want him to shove. You should want him to shove. And you should want the Twins. I want a hard-fought, great pitching matchup that challenges everybody. If they're going to end this damn streak, end it the right way.
And
end it the right
with
way.
you. I hate the rhetoric of I don't want to play this team, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but
you complain about that constant. Yeah, bring it
it.
on.
Put
Bring
the
it
Yankees
on.
in the playoffs. Put the Yankees in the playoffs right now. Bring it.
Just saying, Justin Verlander is one of the best postseason pitchers of all time.
This is why you got Pablo and Sonny Gray. Because
they're not facing Justin Verlander. The lineup's facing Justin Verlander. I don't care about who else is on the mound.
You got to shut them down on both sides.
Wait, what do you mean you don't care who else is on the mound? You're saying that there's no difference between Dobnak and...
Hold on. I loathe quarterback versus quarterback, starting pitcher versus starting pitcher. They're not facing each other. It's two different entities. We're talking about 2 different things. They're never they're not at the plate and the mound at the same time.
People don't get that. But they are facing off, and they are facing lineups that are in the playoffs. You got to match them. Inning for inning, you got to match them. And if you can't, it's going to be a 19-game losing streak.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Declan. But I think the question is, do you have faith that either, let's assume it's Pablo starting game 1, but either Pablo or Sonny can go inning for inning to some extent and get you into the 6th inning and it's a tie ball game? against what is he, 40 now? He's 40. He's decrepit.
Is Kate coming to the game?
Probably.
I think she's bored. I think she's bored with it all. I don't think she's not even a celebrity anymore, man. Is she? She probably is. I'll take that.
I'm not going to.
She's not Taylor Swift, though.
What are you talking about? Well, no one's Taylor Swift.
It's not like a distraction like it was
Taylor's
10 years
the Beatles right now.
I did get Verlander to tip his hand to me in 2019 in the locker room over that Bomba Squad lineup. Did I ever tell you about this, Phil?
Mm-mm.
So like I had a stringing job where I would go in the opposing locker room, I had to get sound from other players and coaches, and typically it's very mindless work, and I usually just would be the guy that sticks the recorder in and then take all the answers and send them off to wherever. But the Bomba Squad rocked him pretty good, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ask him a question. It's Justin Verlander. Why not? So I said, you have faced a ton of Twins lineups, going back to like early 2000s with his Tigers, and even some bad ones too in 2010. I said, was this the hardest lineup you've faced? Because the Bomba Squad like rocked him for like 6 or 7 runs. And he said, no. Do you remember Mauer and Morneau? And I said, yeah, they were pretty good, but I'm talking like 1 through 9. Like these guys just shelled you pretty good. And he goes, oh, I see what you're doing here. He goes, yeah, it's a pretty good lineup. It's a really good lineup, blah, 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 and tipped his hand a little bit, saying like, yeah, it was up there in terms of 1 through 9, one of the best ones. And then one of the Astros beat writers like pulled me aside and was like, he never like admits that a reporter was right over a question. So I did get Verlander to tip his hand a little bit to me.
What do you mean tip his hand? Like, what do you mean? Like,
that admit that it was a really good lineup. Like he's a very strong guy, a very poignant dude, and doesn't want to admit when he's been challenged a little bit, and he was able to admit that he was challenged.
He did. He did. I recall like 10 years ago mention Joe Mauer as like the toughest guy to get out. So he's probably had those guys in his head. But it's he's fine. He's a good pitcher. He's not insurmountable.
Well, yeah, and this playoff series is going to be a test of a lot of people. It's going to be a test of pitching. It's going to be a test of Rocco. Like there's a lot of things here that the Twins have done in their 2019 and 20 playoff appearances that need to be cleaned up. And if they're not cleaned up, they will lose. And if they lose, we might need to call for heads.
Okay, so we have so far here in the first 6 minutes of this episode, we have anxiety-laced Declan just, oh my God, it's Verlander. And then we've got Judd saying, hey, a bunch of bad things could happen and they might not have a favorable outcome.
But you are in control of a lot of those things. So clean those things up and you can win. You too can end your embarrassing playoff losing streak.
I think the biggest key is, can you just find a way to score like 6 runs in a playoff game for the first time in 20 years? And even without Royce Lewis, they have shown they can do that in some of these games. So let's put our heads together here, boys. Let's craft. It's been about 3 weeks since we did this exercise, and there's been some injury stuff pop up. So let's put together a 26-man playoff roster here. And my question to you guys is, do you want to go off of what we've been doing is 14 position players, 12 pitchers, but Doogie told us on the scoop today that he's hearing rumblings it might be 15 position players and 11 pitchers. What framework should we use here?
So I sat down this morning when I saw your note about revisiting this exercise, and I did 15-11, partially
so
based
you've
on,
done the homework already.
Yeah, right. Just to chime in, but I did it partially.
I thought this was a collaborative exercise.
It's going to be.
I thought we were going to work together on this.
We are.
You don't trust your group project mates here?
I wanted to be completely prepared, and so what I did was I went back and looked at what Tito Francona did, Cleveland going into their first round series last year, roster construction wise.
Okay. And what did they do?
They went 15-11.
And didn't Game 3 go like 16 innings?
Yep, against Tampa. Was it really
that epic Seattle game? They walked off not Mariners. They walked off the Rays. They walked off the Rays in like a 16th inning.
The first round was the Rays and Guardians. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So
but
15, we're going to go 15 and 11.
The show. But I didn't do it to Bigfoot the show. I did it so that I was prepared as I could be because I am a professional.
It sounds like one of those college group projects where one person looks at the other project mates and they're like, these are idiots. I don't trust these people to not drag my
I wanted to do the pitchers the most because I do think that there's questions.
Yes. Pitching. Well, let's start. So we'll go 15 and 11 here. Let's use yours as a reference. and then we can tweak as we go. Let's start with position players, because that
Right.
it sounds like it's the easiest to get to like 13 or 14. There might be a couple questions at the end.
Yep. 2 catchers, Jefferson, Vasquez. Now Cleveland kept 3, but the Twins aren't doing 3. So 2 catchers.
3 catches.
I did 8 infielders: Kirilloff, Solano, Farmer, Polanco, Julian, Correa, Royce Lewis. I think if there's any hope that he can play, he's on that roster.
Wait,
so unless
can you go through those again?
Yep, Kirilloff, Solano, Farmer, Polanco, Julian, Correa, Royce, Castro. I'm putting as an outfielder.
Okay, but you said 8 infielders, so it's 7 infielders, and then Castro would be an outfielder.
6. Yes.
Okay.
I changed it.
Got
Sorry.
it. Okay.
I originally put Castro as an infielder, and I moved him.
Yep. So this is obviously like we're going to test out Royce's wheels, on like Saturday, Sunday, next week, Monday. There's going to be probably a workout day on Monday and kind of see. So optimistically, you put him in. Maybe he's just a DH in that game, but then you're going to put Julian at second base.
I know.
Kyle
There's
Farmer plays third, right? Is that kind of what would happen?
There's some tough ones here. Or Castro plays third. I've got him as an outfielder now, but clearly with his versatility, if he starts, he probably is going to start in the infield. And then in the outfield, I've got Wallner, Taylor, Kepler, Castro. I've got Stevenson, but then here's the discussion on this: is Buxton.
Boy, well, is there any? If you got Stevenson in the discussion, could I offer you a Jordan Luplow versus left-handed hitters OPS of 771?
Interesting.
Against right-handed pitching, he can't hit. He's not a major leaguer. Against left-handed pitching, he does have a 771 OPS this season. Just gonna throw. I think he's probably out. Stevenson offers defensive flexibility, pinch running. His bat's kind of a train wreck in the major leagues, but he could, if you needed a guy you would have Willie Castro and Andrew Stevenson that could swipe you a bag if you needed it, right? It's the 12th inning. One of these guys gets hit by a pitch or pinch runs for somebody, right?
Dave Roberts, right?
Yeah.
Steal second base. Yes. But what about Buxton? That's my biggest discussion.
So Buxton's is the 15th guy in this? Because right now I have 14 guys without Buxton.
No, but Buxton, what?
Stevenson's the 15th guy. And Buxton's on the outside, right? No. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
we can count.
No. Buxton is the discussion point of a guy I've got there.
15.
I've got there now, but I am not wedded to that at all. Like, unless you tell me Royce Lewis is unavailable, do not roster him. I'm rostering him. So yes, Buxton is the wild card guy, but he is the 15th.
So we have 14 at Stevenson, and then 15. If we wanted 15, would be Buxton or Luplow.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe we come back to this after the pitchers because we can kind of go. But I would say this: if Royce Lewis can't go, if he's not healthy enough to be on your wild card roster, but Buxton does feel good enough to be on your wild card roster.
Yeah,
I put Buxton on the roster, and I might DH him for a game and just kind of see. But if Royce Lewis and Correa are both back, I don't know where. Then Buxton's basically an 8th inning pinch hitter, because I'm not sitting Julian for Buxton,
right?
Unless you guys want to fight me on that.
Well, I think here's what I'm curious about. I don't want to fight you on that, but would the Twins fight you on that?
I don't know. All right, let's table that for a second here. So we've got Buxton off to the side as kind of the 15th.
We'll put that. Yeah.
So we'll go 11 pitchers for now, and then maybe we can debate at the end.
Okay. Lopez, Gray, and Joe Ryan are my starters.
Okay.
I have Maeda and Paddock as my sort of, they're bullpen guys, but they're handcuff guys.
Yeah.
and again, this is going to be open for big time conversation on Paddock. Okay, so I'm just telling you what I've written down here. I am in no way, shape, or form wedded to what I'm saying on a few of these guys. And then true bullpen, I've got Duran, Jax, Brock Stewart, assuming that he's back and fine, and it looks like he might be or is. Thielbar, Pagan, and Varland. So I have one southpaw. I have one southpaw here. I have Funderburk off this list. I have Keuchel off this list right now. I have Ober off this list. And then I don't think this guy is going to be on the roster. But the Star Tribune's projection that was in the Tuesday paper, they have Floro on the roster. I don't.
Yeah, it's so tough.
And Floro is a right-hander, and I think I have better options than Dylan Floro.
Yeah, like who are you going to put in? And I've been kind of a Floro guy, and he's pitched meaningful postseason games in his career, and he's been effective. But if you're starting to rank the right-handers, to me, like Floro would be if you kept 12 pitchers instead of 11.
Yeah,
I'd rather if Paddock feels good and he's throwing 98 miles an hour. I know he hasn't pitched in 15 months or whatever, but I'd rather have Paddock just flame throwing than Floro. Varland's a no-brainer. Brock Stewart, if he's healthy, is a no-brainer. So then it kind of comes down to if these are the 11 pitchers, Lopez, Gray, Ryan is your starters, and then you get 8 relievers for the 3 games. Duran, Maeda, Paddock, Thielbar, Pagan, Jax, Stewart, Varland. Then it comes down to would you rather have Buxton as the 15th position player or say, you know what, it's just not, we're not going to try and shoehorn this thing in. We've been fine without him. And then put a 12th pitcher or put Jordan Luplow on as a right-handed pinch hit bat.
I might go 12th pitcher, to be honest with you.
Would you go Funderburk, little lefty?
Well, that's what intrigues me. I think if I have Paddock and Maeda, I don't think I'm going to have Keuchel or Ober.
Yeah.
I think just because it's a lefty, I would go Funderburk, but I also feel like I could be talked out of that decision pretty easily if you or Declan have a compelling case for why it should be somebody that's off the roster right now as we discuss this.
They will never do this. I don't want Griffin Jax on this playoff roster.
What?
I can't have a guy who has lost
this is a great
10
take.
games. We talk about wins with pitchers, and it's a little bit of an overrated stat for starting pitchers. He has 10 losses. 10.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's
as
true.
exclusively
It's
as
true.
a reliever.
Wow.
I can't have that on my playoff roster. They won't do this. They won't do this. I am not putting Griffin Jax. If I'm in Rocco Baldelli's shoes, I am not putting Griffin Jax on my playoff roster.
I haven't considered this take, but this is a phenomenal take.
Thank you.
Because he has lost them 10 games, including, by the way, 2 in the last 2 weeks. He lost them a game against Tampa Bay, lost them a game against
the
Mets, Texas a month ago. So 3 of those just straight up losses have come in the last month. There was another outing where he gave up a run against Cleveland but didn't get hit with the loss. So, about once every 4 or 5 outings, it's Griffin Jax implosion time. So, but what do you do then? Okay, let's take this take even further. So you take him off. What do you
who's
do?
on?
I put Funderburk on there. Give me the lefty. Give me the other lefty.
So you put Funderburk on, and then you put Buxton on?
Yeah, I guess I can put Buxton on, but he is a pinch hitter, late inning situation.
I don't trust
type
him.
of guy.
If Buxton's on the roster, I don't trust them. I don't trust them.
But you guys are both kind of saying you trust Cody Funderburk in a playoff game more than you trust Byron Buxton. Different roles, obviously.
Right.
Can we live with that in 2 weeks when Cody Funderburk, we're dissecting the season?
Well, that's the thing.
Cody Funderburk gives up a 3-run jack in the 7th inning to, Jose Altuve because he's got to face a righty if he comes, And now it's wow, maybe we sharpened that pencil too far. Maybe we overthought this one, putting the minor league lefty on the roster instead of Byron Buxton.
Sure. So Phil, if you don't have Buxton on, and what you just said is your fear with Funderburk, who do you put on instead?
Yeah, I would.
I mean, that's why we're here to discuss this.
Nope.
I mean, it's
Absolutely.
collaborative. I thought it was supposed to be this collaboration.
It is collaboration, but part of collaboration is poking holes and getting to the right
I know.
outcome. So I will say this. I like the first 11 pitchers. I'm in on these guys. Lopez, Gray Ryan, Duran, Maeda, Paddock. What the hell, man? The guy feels great. He's out tweeting and he's talking in the third person.
Yeah.
How Chris Paddock's going to be unleashed. You know what, dude? Let's unleash you. You're under team control. We've barely seen you pitch in 2 years. Yeah. Let's see. Let's take the cover off the car here in the playoffs and see what happens. So I'm in on that. Caleb Thielbar, yes. Pagan. I totally get what Declan's saying about Griffin Jax. He's going to be on the postseason roster.
He will be.
Brock Stewart, cross your fingers on health, and Louis Varland. I think if I were to add a 12th pitcher, I think I would also add Funderburk because he's a lefty. But I would just put Buxton on. Because now it's like, okay, if I'm really deciding with that 26th roster spot, do I put Funderburk on, like a situational backup lefty, essentially is what he is? Or one of the most dynamic, exciting, powerful players in Twins history when he's healthy? If Buxton can be 70% feeling good, I would feel like, wow, I really just overthought this and or like if I put Luplow on the roster instead of Buxton. I need a right-handed bat. I'm going to put Luplow on the team instead of Buxton. I would give Buxton a shot as a pinch hitter, maybe DH in one game just to see how it goes.
So here's why I think there might be a case, though, just for safety, precautionary reasons to put an extra pitcher on. And it might not be Funderburk, but I think if you're going to have both Paddock and Brock Stewart on the roster, and keep in mind, for those first 3 games, it's frozen. If you run into a problem with either one, which you could, or both, like they're both coming back, there's some unknowns here.
They're humping it up. It's playoffs.
Like if Chris Paddock throws a pitch and grabs his arm, he's done, and you can't replace him until, assuming you win a series, would you put a Keuchel or an Ober or Floro on the roster as a 12th pitcher to back that up? Because you're dealing with 2 guys who could be contributors for sure, but they also are question marks for health purposes.
I think you just gamble, man. I think with Paddock too, here's the thing. And I could be memed for this, but Chris Paddock had Tommy John surgery and it's been 15 months of recovery. He's been throwing 97, 98 miles an hour. I think that thing's pretty solid for another year or two. You know, I think that elbow is probably that forearm, that elbow, probably pretty solid for like the next couple weeks, at least. Famous last words. I get it.
Until his forearm starts to hurt, right? His forearm tightness. Forearm tight.
Mound.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and again, it's only 3 games. You know, maybe it's only 2 games. You can readjust this thing in a week from now.
It might be 2 games, and then you're going to spring training next thing you know.
Yeah. So there's our 26-man roster here. I'm sure we can maybe we tweak it again.
So what did we decide here? So like what? So Buxton's on.
But I think Buxton's on.
Okay.
Buxton's on, and Funderburk is off.
Okay.
And Griffin Jax is on. But
okay,
Declan's take is one of the greatest takes in the reboot.
It's an interesting take.
Show. Yeah,
I feel like it's going to get a lot of pushback.
Oh,
but it's a very interesting take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
pitcher wins, Declan, old man.
We have an Immaculate Grid to get to here after we shout out our friends at Livia for helping a lot of Score North listeners lose weight over the past couple of years.
They have indeed, including me a couple of years ago, dropped, as those of you watching can see, dropped considerable weight, 40 pounds, in fact, because this program works. And you know what? This isn't a diet. This isn't your, oh my God, I can't eat much. You know, I basically have to go by this script. This is a program that works. The dietitians and nutritionists at Livia are going to help you every step of the way. And what they're going to do is they're going to put together a workable program for you that is absolutely going to help you drop the weight. And I want to offer you this right now. So if you're saying, okay, but I mean, it's going to be expensive, right? Nah, first 3 months right now, if you sign up, free. That's right. The first 3 months are free. So guys, if you are looking to drop that excess weight, looking to feel good, get back into clothes, Livia is going to help you do exactly that. 855-GO-LIVEA, Livia.com, LIVEA.com. If you're outside the state, that's absolutely fine. Whole program can be done virtually But I'm telling you right now, this is a program that works. This is a program that allows you to deal in moderation, making smart decisions. Livia.com.
A shout out to our friends too at Power Lodge and Miller Marine. So, hey, if you're the type that doesn't mind a little hard work, getting mud everywhere as long as you have the right machine, then this is for you. Power Lodge is Minnesota's CF Moto Superstore. Superstore. Since they buy more, you save more, and Power Lodge has new deals to get you ready for fall escape. Save thousands on CF Moto off-road and side-by-sides 4x4 starting at an unbelievable $45.99. Power Lodge and Miller Marine are your places for throttle therapy on and off the water. Go to powerlodge.com to find out more. All right, boys, let's put, just for some parameters here, we'll put 8 minutes on the clock. We are looking to go 9 for 9 here on this Immaculate Grid to be immaculate. And Judd will likely complain about something here. Oh, for sure. Got that Rookie of the Year category.
No. One is, I can deal with one.
Okay.
No, it's when they have like 2 or on Saturdays 3 that I just store it.
So we're looking for an Oriole who was a Yankee, an Oriole who was a Diamondback, and an Oriole who won Rookie of the Year. We're looking for a Giant who was a Yankee, a Giant who was a D-back, and a Giant who won Rookie of the Year. And then a Royal who was a Yankee, a Royal who was a Diamondback, and a Royal who won Rookie of the Year. I am awful with Rookie of the Year, so you guys might be on your own with those. Although, I have an obscure Royal one.
I do too.
Angel Baroa from 2003, right?
That was who I was going to suggest. Yes.
He
those
took
Royal
the
teams
world by
stunk.
storm. Okay.
Nice work. Shortstop, right?
Yep. And then that was like his only good year. Pretty
like
sure.
Joe Charbonneau, yeah.
18.
18%.
There's probably not many, though.
There's
you guys.
not many. Yeah, it's hard.
Dang it. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got blank canvas here.
All right. Mike Mussina is an obvious one.
Yeah.
Of
twin?
Yankee.
Is there a former
Yankee and
twin?
O.
I think it's
Somewhere
twins,
there.
man. Did Aaron Hicks play for the Orioles?
Yes. He's playing for them right now.
He's playing for him right now.
There you
That
go.
also might be high, but
Because it's recent? Yeah.
I'm fine with it. It's a fun answer.
I bet you it's like 25% because it's recent.
14.
Oh, 14%.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's a fun answer.
We should
Is
try
there
to do
another-
all twins here.
Is there another
Johnny-
former twin for Royal Yankee?
Did Minkiewicz play for both?
You play for the Yankees?
He bounced around.
Played
a
for the
lot
Royals
at
for
the
sure.
end. Yeah.
Red Sox, the Pirates,
Pitchers,
Royals.
twins pitchers who had a
Did Sidney Ponson
cup of coffee?
play
He
for
played
the
for the
Royals?
Yankees. I don't remember him as
The
a Royal.
Giants. Didn't Ponson pitch for the Giants?
Did he?
I might be wrong on that.
I mean, he won his lone start. Or
We could
he
go
pitched
Chuck
his lone game.
Knobloch for Royal Yankee.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
there you go.
No. Chuck Knobloch.
Let's quit it. This is a championship.
Oh, 1%. Twins
Very good.
Twins Hall of Famer Chuck Knobloch, and then he wasn't.
A giant Yankee. Oh, Jim Brower. My guy, my buddy, University of Minnesota pitcher.
Oh God, that's going to be
Jim Brower.
That's
Oh, my
awesome,
God.
dude. That's going to be 0.3%.
0.03, 0.01,
Oh, 3. Yep.
0.007.
Oh, my God.
Let's go.
Good God. Is that the lowest we've ever polled?
That's my guy. We've used him another
0.0.
time for a similar
Minnetonka's
score.
own. Minnetonka's own Jimmy Brower.
07.
My
That's
buddy.
a great
Incredible.
one. It's your friend. Well, say hi from me.
I will.
Say
It's got to be some. Oh, well,
Judd Zublat said to say.
this will be the most popular, but Bumgarner would work for Giants and Diamondbacks, but that will be the most popular.
I'll write it down. Bumgarner, Mad Bum.
Yeah.
Not good with Diamondbacks.
Such a transient organization, you know.
I mean, I'm sure. he's got
What
a
about
ton.
did the Panda play for the Diamondbacks? He did not, did he?
No.
No, the
Yeah,
Red
he went
Sox
back to the
and
Giants.
Well, Randy
He went back-
Johnson. Randy Johnson
Oh, yeah.
had a cup of coffee with
Randy.
the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh, did he
might-
at the end?
Mm-hmm.
At the very end?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Should we do Randy?
Sure. It's probably going to be 20%, 15, 20.
20.
20%.
Nice call.
Thank
Good
you.
call. Diamondback and Royal. God, I'm just not good with.
Those are two random teams.
I am not good with Diamondbacks at all. I'm good with Royals. I'm not good with Diamondbacks.
Tony
catcher.
Womack. Did Tony Womack go to the Royals?
I don't, dude. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I mean, the Royals have had a lot of slappies at the end too. You know. They're like a halfway house for slappies.
Oh God, hold on. Willie Bloomquist. Did Willie
Oh my
Bloomquist
God.
play for the
That's
Royals?
your buddy. I don't remember.
I think so. Did he for sure play for the Diamondbacks?
He absolutely played for the Diamondbacks.
Willie Bloomquist sounds like a guy that played the Twins a lot. So,
Willie Bloomquist.
We can save it too.
okay.
We can save it for the end here, unless
Is this Edwin Jackson for Diamondbacks Birds?
definitely Diamondbacks.
Yep.
Definitely Diamondbacks.
Hold
We
on.
need to memorize the Edwin Jackson teams
It's 14,
so we can use them.
I think.
Odds are
Like
likely
Bobby
that.
Bonds. Arizona.
Trying to think of other rookies of the year here. Cal Ripken, I think, won Rookie of the Year, didn't he?
No.
Did
yes.
Matt Wieters
82.
win Rookie of the Year?
No. He took a while to get going. He was an uber prospect, but he took a while to get going.
Did Jim Palmer win it?
He
My
may
God.
have.
I
He
don't
may
know.
have.
I don't know. I'm just kidding around.
For Giants? For
McCovey or
I mean, Mays McCovey. I don't
Mays
know.
or McCovey are probably Buster Posey is going to be the most obvious, but that's going to be like 9%.
When did Rookie of the Year start? Do we
It
even
started
know what
in
year it
like,
started?
I'm pretty sure it started in like the 50s.
I feel like we can look that up.
I'll look that up. That's a fair thing to look up.
I feel like we could look that up.
When did MLB ROI start?
Mays.
1947. Jackie Robinson was actually the.
Okay. So Mays
So Mays is probably a
works,
lock.
right? Yeah.
Okay. Let's try Willie Mays. He might have had a
Say-
slow start, though. You never know with these guys, man.
Yeah,
You
no,
never
it's-
know.
Well, he did, but then he got sent down and came back up.
Bang.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep,
14.
yep. Say hey, kid. Say hey, kid. Baltimore Orioles. They've had some really good old school players.
Zach Greinke, by the way, would work
I feel
for,
like.
Diamondback, who was a, right?
Oh, good call.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
I still think I feel like Bloomquist might be right. But,
Well, you can find out later. Cranky's a better answer.
okay.
Find out in your own time.
This will be high. This will be like 30%.
Oh my God.
74%.
That's okay. Look at that look, though. Look at that fire in his eyes.
That guy's a psycho.
Yeah, he's.
I feel like Eddie Murray got off to a good
Oh.
start in his career, but I don't know he's
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
I remember one of his early baseball cards. He got off to a real good start, but I don't know this for sure.
Let's do it. I mean,
What the hell?
yeah.
Let's see. Let's try it. Come on, one time. Boom! Atta
12.
boy. Wow.
Great
And then a
switch hitter.
Diamondback who was an Oriole. Any obscure Twins options here?
Those are hard.
Valencia played for Baltimore, right?
Did Jeff Rebele ever play for the Diamondbacks in the late 90s?
Did
Ooh.
Kubel go to the Birds?
He went to Cleveland, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know that he played for the
dang.
Birds.
I don't remember.
I just looked up Willie Bloomquist. He did play for both teams.
He did.
Damn it.
You guys
Phil's
doubted
friend.
my Willie
Phil-
Bloomquist.
Phil's good friend, Jim Brower, Bloomquist. You're such a name dropper of guys that
I wouldn't say Bloomquist is a good friend, but I do know Willie Bloomquist.
close personal friend. All right, pitchers. Pitchers. There's got to be some starters.
Did we already have a name for this or no? Did we didn't?
Edwin Jackson, we thought.
Oh, we thought maybe Edwin Jackson.
That might be worth a shot, Dex. If the clock is ticking.
I don't know if he pitched for the Orioles. No, I don't know about that one. What
Okay.
about Jeff Conine? Oh, he played for the Marlins. and the
Marlin. He's
Orioles.
Mr. Marlin.
Okay.
He's Mr.
And
Marlin.
and
Started with
Orioles. He was an
Baltimore.
Oriole too. I know.
Yeah, I
was
think he
an
started. I think he was taking the expansion draft from Baltimore, right? By the Marlins. There's got to be a starting
the
pitcher like a
Diamondbacks.
Ponson type. Ponson didn't pitch for the Diamondbacks. I'm almost positive, but there's got to be a guy like that. There's got to be a like. Have there been any closers?
Did oh my God! Remember that Brandon Webb? Did Brandon Webb ever make his way to the American League? Pitch for the
Texas.
Orioles. Texas.
He played for Texas after the Diamondbacks. His arm fell off.
We might have to go Edwin
You
Jackson.
might have to do it. Did Rich Hill? Rich Hill's also near Edwin Jackson territory.
Yeah, he is.
No, man.
He pitched for Baltimore, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if he pitched for
I
the
don't remember as a
Diamondbacks.
Diamondback.
All right. Do
Are there
Edwin.
any
Edwin Jackson.
outfielders?
All right, here we
All
go.
right.
Edwin,
Okay.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Put your
Edwin
seatbelt on.
Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah, we pulled the
Immaculate.
lever.
7%.
Nice.
7%.
So how many people? Yeah.
This is a tough one.
Only 4 rookies of the year from Kansas City.
17 collective rookies of the year options there. That was tough.
Yeah.
There we go. Hey, nice job, boys.
Oh, Beltran.
Nice job. What was Bloomquist? I guess
Pac-Man.
know.
Yeah, we can't. We'd have to you'd have
Can't
to
see
open
what
it
he is.
on your phone, but I bet it
Maybe
would
I'll check my phone later today.
I bet less than 5. Probably even less.
Only 6.1 average score on this one, so this was one of the tougher grids you're going to find out there. Nice work, gentlemen. Here we go.
We all contributed.
The Score North Twins show.
We all contributed.
Where we just want the Twins to win a playoff game for the first time in almost 2 decades. They will try again next week, and we will be here with you.